AI-assisted storytelling based on publicly available discussions not presented as verified facts. Viewer discretion advised. Devin Dennis, known as KTS Vaughn, also known as Big Kutthroat Da Smoker, was often described in street discussions as a feared presence during some of the East Side's most volatile years. Vaughn grew up alongside three brothers, KTS Vinny, KTS Dre, and KJ, as well as a sister who lived outside Chicago. His brother Vinny, the only sibling who shared both parents with him, was reportedly affiliated with the GDs. Some believe this may have influenced Vaughn's own affiliations, despite the East Side historically being dominated by Stones, Lords, and BDs. He was also related to 051 Zico, who was killed in 2008, an incident frequently discussed in online forums and street conversations. Vaughn's father, known locally as Big Vinny, was said to have had a reputation on the East Side, and many speculate that growing up around that environment shaped the path Vaughn would eventually take. His brother KTS Dre was known around Lakeside, which was a gangster disciple and Vice Lords affiliated set, located near 79th and Marquette. Dre himself developed a reputation for being aggressive and active. And over time, both brothers became closely associated with the broader KTS movement. KTS, often interpreted as Kill to Survive, was described more as a movement than a single block. Individuals from Lakeside, Pocket Town, and E-Block carried the name. It wasn't tied to one street, but rather to a reputation shared across neighborhoods. Pocket Town, located around 69th and Kimbark Avenue and stretching towards 75th and South Chicago Avenue, was a set of gangster disciples known to have maintained close ties with members from Lakeside and KTS. Vaughn was frequently seen between Lakeside and Pocket Town and was reportedly on good terms with individuals from Black Mob, a set of Black P stones located around 74th and 75th on Phillips Avenue, an area sometimes referred to as Terror Town. E-Block is located around 75th of Cottage Grove in Ellis, became Vaughn's primary block, and is often described as the central base for the KTS movement. He was commonly seen with KTS Rio, KTS Dre, KTS Lil Don, KTS Posto, KTS Spook, Ronnie Mo, and Lil Les, individuals who themselves had growing reputations during that period. Before fully claiming E-Block, Vaughn was also associated with Lakeside, partly because of Dre's presence there. Before tensions later turned into conflict, Lakeside was reportedly on good terms with No Limit Muskegon boys. No Limit mainly consisted of renegade Black P stones around 79th and Essex, while the Muskegon boys were largely renegade gangster disciples from 78th and Muskegon. Before tensions escalated, members from those areas were reportedly known to associate with one another. And 78th and Muskegon was even said to have previously been connected to Lakeside. Terror Town is commonly linked to No Limit, though parts of Lakeside and blocks tied to Black Mob also fall within the area. The nickname comes from its history of violence and the abandoned appearance of parts of the neighborhood. One widely discussed incident involved Vito from NLMB, who was killed during an alleged internal dispute reportedly tied to disagreements over drug activity in the area back in 2009. Accounts vary depending on the source, and many details remain debated. It is also important to clarify that No Limit and Muskegon boys are closely connected, but not the same group. G Herbo, Lil Bibby, Mad Max, and No Limit Cairo are commonly linked to 79th and Essex, while Kobe, NLMB Maneski, G Fazo, and EBK Juvie are more associated with 78th and Muskegon. Before his passing, G Fazo was also said to be close with Lakeside member KTS Dre, as they grew up together. After the Muskegon boys reportedly fell out with Lakeside following the 2008 death of a respected Lakeside member known as Nutso, No Limit and the Muskegon boys would later come together to form the NLMB alliance. KTS members were also said to have tensions with Sircon City, which is a set of mainly gangster disciples located around 75th and Dorchester. At that time, Sircon City was mainly in conflict with Pocket Town, though tensions with KTS began to develop in the early 2010s. One frequently referenced moment is the McDonald's incident involving KTS Von, Posto, and KTS Dre, where members associated with NLMB, including Cairo and Kobe, were reportedly confronted. It is widely stated that shots were later exchanged outside McDonald's, though no confirmed injuries were reported. On May 25, 2013, Pharaoh from Sirkan City was killed in an incident that became heavily discussed online. In the aftermath, Von's name surfaced in connection to the event, particularly due to existing tensions involving a fallen Lakeside member known as Lolo. However, much of the narrative surrounding that case stems from street accounts and online speculation, rather than confirmed court findings. Similarly, the deaths of Rock from NLMB and Alamo, the uncle of No Limit Cairo, were later linked by some sources to the ongoing disputes in the area. Some accounts also state that G Herbo was present with them at the time on February 19, 2012. Von's name has frequently been mentioned in discussions surrounding those incidents as well, though no public conviction formally established his involvement. As these events unfolded, Von's reputation grew. Whether based on confirmed facts or street narratives, his name became closely associated with the escalating violence of that era. In Chicago's drill culture, perception often carries as much weight as proof, and over time, that perception shaped how allies and rivals alike viewed him. KTS Von was also rumored to have been connected to several other incidents over the years. Names often mentioned in online discussions include individuals such as Gotti from 8x13, Big Loss from NLMB, and perhaps the most widely talked about case, a young man known as Kobe from NLMB. Earlier in the story, Kobe was said to have been present during the confrontation at the McDonald's involving No Limit Cairo, KTS, Dre, Posto, and Von. But according to reports from the streets, the situation would escalate months later. In August of 2013, during the early hours of the morning, Kobe had reportedly been shooting dice with several No Limit associates, including G Herbo and No Limit Cairo. After the game ended, Kobe decided to walk home. Some of the people around him had offered him a ride, but he declined. Tragically, as he passed the same McDonald's where the earlier confrontation had taken place, he was confronted and fatally shot. The young man lost his life at the scene. What makes the situation even more heartbreaking is that his home was reportedly just a minute away. Near 79th in Oglesby, G Herbo and Cairo also ran to the scene as they heard the shots from where Kobe had left them. KTS was the much smaller set, and because of this, they were often said to move more strategically, knowing they were heavily outnumbered. On the other side, NLMB had a far larger presence in the area and were frequently seen gathering on their block with many members around them. While KTS had a reputation for being extremely active in the streets, NLMB was also known to be a very serious force in the area. Over the years, multiple losses were reported on both sides of the conflict. Names often mentioned in connection to those losses include individuals such as Posto, Nutso, Lolo, KTS Spook, Bud, Richie Money, KTS Dre, and KTS Rio, among others. At one point in early 2015, KTS Von himself was reportedly shot during the ongoing conflict, but survived the incident and eventually returned to the streets. However, his story would ultimately come to an end not long after. On June 23, 2015, Von was said to be standing on his main block near 75th and Ellis. According to reports, he appeared unaware of his surroundings when a car pulled up and opened fire. Von was struck and later pronounced dead at the scene. For many people observing these events, Von's story reflects a harsh reality of the streets.
We miss you, man.
A cycle where violence often leads to more violence. The same life that gives someone a reputation can eventually come back around in ways no one expects. And the name of the man rumored to have been behind the incident was another feared figure in the city. Someone many considered one of the top members from NLMB, but that is a story for another time. If you want to hear the full story behind that name, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been ChiTownStories. and I'll see you in the next one.